morning.
There we go. I forgot to unmute ourselves. Hello.
Morning.
Real quick, thank you to everyone who is joining us live right now on Twitch. And thank you to everyone who is watching us in the future on demand on YouTube.
Or on Twitch.
Or on Twitch if you're a subscriber. Actually, my cousin, thank you. We just started a hype train. My cousin Lindsay actually messaged me on Tuesday, I believe it was, and was asking me whether it was more beneficial for us if someone watches on Twitch on demand or on YouTube. And I was like, honestly, at this point, they're kind of the same.
Yeah.
And what we wanted to do was make sure that we're available on YouTube because it's still like the biggest video platform in the world, and it probably will be for the rest of our lives.
And in some cases, it's just easier because people just don't have Twitch. You
Exactly.
don't need YouTube to watch YouTube.
And it gave us the opportunity to make sure that if you are a subscriber on our Twitch channel, there's at least a benefit outside of just the emotes, which you can use. And we are going to be updating the emotes page in a second, but if you're a subscriber, you can watch on demand right here on Twitch. If you're not, you can just go to YouTube. It usually takes an extra hour or so to get those things up, get those videos loaded and have them processed for YouTube and all that good stuff. But the other thing we want to change at some point is start a Discord or a Facebook group. And this is one of the reasons that I want to do it. And I think I want to move it to Discord, if you're familiar with it, is J-Pineda13 said, hey, anyone here from New Jersey, any suggestions on a dog-friendly beach? I want to take my dog this weekend. And I want to set up like a community where people can ask each other those questions, not just on Twitch, but at any point during the day. You can be like, hey, I'm in New Jersey and I'm looking for the best hot dog place.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I'm in Washington. Does anyone know where I can go swimming this weekend in like a state park or a lake or something? I don't know.
And we could use Discord, like all the responses. Then we can take all the responses and like turn them into blog posts and put them on our website that they always live somewhere.
That's true. We could do that too.
We need an intern.
Discord, I don't have Facebook. I think we'll probably end up with a Facebook group and a Discord, honestly, and they'll be used for different things.
Yeah.
I mean, man, we've even been talking about having an app at some point, like a Carla Marie Anthony show app. There's a lot we can do. There's just only two of us.
It's crazy how much time this kind of stuff takes. And you also want to make sure that you are enjoying life, because we've talked about so many times how we didn't get to do that for a long time because we were working so hard. So we try to not be hypocrites and only focus on this. But then it's like, well, you start feeling guilty. Am I not focusing on the business? And it's a lot. And the merch store took up so much of our time.
But it was great. And thank you to everyone who
obviously
bought some merch. We are going to at some point plan on doing another merch store. Maybe one that lives like at all times, but we don't know about that yet.
Yes.
Thank you to Purple V25, Brian, Cindy, Tacoma Swifty, Jen and Lisa. Who else was in here? Nick NYC, Cats of Seinfeld, all for contributing to that hype train right now. We're in hype train level 3, it looks like, 90% of the way there. And of course, we're always trying to get to level 5. We do have 2 games we're going to play today.
2.
I figured we haven't played games in a while. We played a little bit on my birthday. Today. And we have a lot to get to in terms of the Bachelor talk, Britney Spears updates,
the Sexy Beasts,
and the show Sexy Beasts on Netflix, which will be airing soon.
And we have someone we're going to call in a bit as well.
So that's all on the way, and we'll see what happens with this hype train. Maybe we'll get through level 5 and take a shot. Maybe we won't. Are you ready to take a shot, Carla Marie?
I have to take my children to the doctor today. I probably shouldn't show up drunk.
You're not going to be drunk if you take one. What time do you have to take the cats to the doctor?
11 a.m. is their appointment.
Oh, you'll be fine. One shot, you'll be all right. And if you're unfamiliar with what we do with these hype trains, is generally speaking, when we get through to level 5, wow, Heather with 1,000 bits. That might have actually taken us straight through. When we get through to level 5, we normally take a shot of something we have in Carla Marie's house.
Tomorrow, the 4 kittens that we've been fostering for 2 weeks now, we'll go back, well, not back to Motley Zoo. I'm going to hand them off. I'm going to return them. I'm going to hand them off to another foster parent who is going to take them while we're traveling. There's a chance that foster parent's just going to keep them until they get adopted. There's also a chance I'm going to get them back next Wednesday.
Okay. What are you hoping?
I don't know because, so a few things. One, I could start crying right now at the thought of not seeing them after tomorrow.
But you knew when you were fostering them that they'd be going back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I love them. And I feel like I should be with them until they go to their forever home. So I have a connection with their adopted parents.
Oh, so you're worried that like if this other foster doesn't actually adopt, they're just an intermediary, then you're going to like lose the connection with them in the future. Because you still talk to all the people
Everyone, randomly,
not have adopted the cats
daily.
that we fostered.
Not daily, but yeah. And then, but also I know it won't be as bad tomorrow as it's been with like kittens in the past because I've only had these guys for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. I've had those for like 2 months sometimes.
That was kind of like me with Dale and James. I only had them for about 3 weeks. We got let go during that time from our radio jobs. So like there was so much going on, and I did love those little kittens, and especially Dale because he was so dopey. But it wasn't as painful for me to give them up for 2 reasons. One, they were being adopted by someone who we know, Alexis, who's fantastic. And the other part was I didn't have them as long as the other foster kittens I had the year before because I had those kittens for like almost 5 months.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
So either way, it's going to be tough tomorrow. I'll cry for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll see. I don't know. They may
be who are you more attached to out of all the kittens?
Baby Jake.
Baby Jake?
Because he's such a baby. And he needed help eating at first. Mm-hmm. So like I had to like make sure I was feeding him with the syringe and everything. And I think that he thinks I'm his mom a bit.
Because you were feeding him?
Yeah, and I just feel it. You know, our bond. I will tell you right now, he is bonded to Ricky 100%. They're best buds. Yeah. And they're going to be adopted in pairs. But if baby Jake was on his own, he would be my cat.
All right.
We would keep him.
Thank you to Radior B. I think that's how you say that. Andamim, Audrey the Only G, Jordan Puyallup, JC Detail, Billy from Virginia, the Radio Fam, and Viper 43F for all the bits, the follows, all of that good stuff that came in after Heather's 1,000 bits. And I think we're pushing almost through level 4 of the hype train. Thank you to Felipe for gifting a month at tier 1. That's really cool.
Tacoma Swifty said, we need to see them one more time just in case you don't get them back.
So why don't you go get the kittens?
I'll do it near the end of the show because we know what happens.
They're kind of crazy. We could let them run around though in here. We did it yesterday on Q13.
Why don't you tell everyone about that? But how about we do it after we call the person I said we were going to call in 2 minutes?
Okay, we could do that. I figured when you go downstairs to get the liquor that we're going to take a shot of, you can also get the kittens.
How many arms do I have?
You put the kittens in a basket, and then you grab the bottle. Or I'll do that, but someone's got to stay here, obviously.
I'll get the kittens. I don't trust you to get the kittens.
All right. We're almost through. Oh, we also might not even get to level 5 of the hype train. So.
Okay, so what are we doing right now? We're going to call the person?
We could.
Where's your phone?
Let's see.
How was my burn? Sonali said. We didn't talk about that on the show. Right before Anthony's birthday show, I was curling my hair and I sneezed and dropped my curling iron on my leg and didn't feel it for the first 2 seconds. And like, because I had sneezed, I didn't see it either. And it just burned my leg. So
how is it?
I went to urgent care. They said it was a 2nd-degree burn. It was a giant bubble, and it's gnarly looking right now. So, but it doesn't hurt.
Here you go. You can call through that. Ooh, we are in hype train level 5. That's fun. Jen and Lisa coming in with 300 bits total.
You guys, I cannot.
Mergen with another 300 bits. Thank you very much. Yeah, Carla Marie's leg looks kind of gross. Not gonna lie. What are you trying to do? Do you not know how to use a phone?
Should we explain?
Oh, Unicorn Cindy with 1,100 bits, which is the most for today. Thank you, Cindy. Scotty Jason with another gifted sub.
Here we go. That's weird.
And we're almost through level 5.
Hello.
Hi, Brittany. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
It's Carla Marie Anthony. You are on live with us, but we haven't explained to anyone who we were calling, so I'm going to set it up now. So we did drag queen bingo for Anthony's birthday on Tuesday night. And if you were watching drag queen bingo, you know that Brittany in New Jersey, who was in the chat, yelled bingo. And then we sat there waiting. Turns out Brittany didn't win bingo. And then she yelled bingo again and also didn't win bingo. And it was like, it became this thing. It was a joke. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Brittany then gifted 50 subs to this channel because she said she felt bad. So I messaged Brittany the next day and we were like, hey, do you want a refund because you're crazy? And she said, absolutely not. So we wanted to get Brittany on today, A, to thank her, and B, to find out what the hell was going on behind the scenes.
So good morning.
Morning, Brittany.
Hi, good morning, guys. Thank you so much. Yes, so I am a successful business person, and I was trying to be there for Anthony's birthday in the morning and at night. I work for an international healthcare corporation, and I had to switch around a bunch of schedules because I do calls all hours of the day and night, and I was switching around a bunch of calls. So when I tuned into bingo, I had already missed the first game, and we were already on like the second game.
Okay.
And you needed to do the 2 parallel lines, and I took it as, okay, 1 line down and 1 line across, so I thought I had bingo.
Okay.
So you understood parallel as perpendicular instead.
Yes, exactly.
So for the record, Brittany, just so you know, the entire chat right now is losing their minds. They're so pumped to talk to you. S. Malagon said, oh my God, it's everybody's friend, Brittany. So,
and I love that. So Brittany, you've said to Carla Marie, you've said on the call right now as well, you're like, I just want everyone to know that I'm actually a successful business person. I'm not like a crazy drunk that goes into Twitch streams and says bingo all the time. And I think you can be both.
Carla Marie, like when she messaged me yesterday, I was like, oh my God, like my favorite person is trying to do like an intervention, probably thinks like I'm a drunk. And no, I am a successful business person.
No,
and
I said to Brittany,
Carla Marie, and
sorry, I said I black out all the time.
And I was like, I've never blacked out. Like I've been in New Jersey my whole entire life, never blacked out. I'm like the person that takes 2 drinks and usually doesn't finish the second drink and usually just pours it out or leaves it on the bar. I am like not a big drinker.
Oh my God.
I had 2 Captain and Cokes that night, so I did have alcohol in me.
Okay.
And just one last thing. If everyone remembers, I was the one that my husband and I, because of your Jamaica trip, Philip, my husband and I, we actually did our trip and we did our workation and went to Aruba for 3 months. So we were in Aruba, and it was because of you guys. So thank you.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
That is really cool. And I'm sure that doing your work and everything and living in Jamaica or Aruba for 3 months is probably a little bit better than New Jersey. But obviously, we love the fact that you're also a New Jersey native. And we are still giving you the option. We can like Venmo you money for those 50 gifted subscriptions that you sent us.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nope. Absolutely not taking it. My husband is like laughing. He cannot wait to get his like Rutgers colored sweatshirt. Like he went to Rutgers. I went to Montclair State, so he can't wait to get it. No, you are not giving us any money back. I'll probably, one day do it again. But
thank you.
Yeah, no,
so
you're not getting the money back. Love you guys too much.
Well, thank you, Brittany. And the chat has officially named you Bingo Brittany. So
I love that.
That's perfectly fine.
Well, thank you so much. Go have a great day and jump in the chat whenever you can. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you, guys. You look great.
You look great. Oh, my God. I love her. You know that she was also the same Brittany who last Tuesday, the day after, like, so Monday was our big announcement day. Mm-hmm. Tuesday, Brittany went into the Elvis Duran in the Morning Show Facebook group where all the fans are and commented, hey, Carla Marie Anthony are live. You can go watch them. That's cool. That's where all those people started coming from. So just an amazing human. Also, Brittany had mentioned that after we did our 2 weeks in Jamaica, it motivated her and her husband to go do 3 months in Aruba. So Boxers 444 said they just got back from Jamaica and they were at Sandals. Which Sandals? And Goosey said, "Are you fam? Get some LeGrand coffee, y'all." We got LeGrand coffee hats because we're here. Yeah, and we don't drink coffee, but my family and I are actually going to go, I think, in July to LeGrand Coffee House when I'm back in New Jersey. Let's see. So I have to figure out how to get a Bingo Brittany emote, is what people are saying in the chat. So there will be, by the way, I said this earlier,
an update on our emotes probably by the end of the month. Because right now it's just a bunch of like, you look great and Carla Marie Anthony like letters essentially. Oh, Royal Plantation or Royal Caribbean? Because we've been to the Royal Plantation one. I don't know.
I think that one was being worked on when we were there.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Let's
Brittany
see.
is in here now.
Hey, Bingo Brittany is in the chat. That's awesome.
I'm okay, Brittany, if you change your name to Bingo Brittany. Just saying.
Okay.
Okay.
I have my countdown until I go to Sandals South Coast in November, says Beck725. I think we should hit up Sandals and be like, hey, do you guys want to send us again? We only need one room this time.
You're okay with sharing a room?
Yeah, if they give us queen beds. Oh, they don't have queen beds at Sandals, so no, I guess I need my own room.
No, we could stay in the bungalow.
We did say, I guess we
did
split one bungalow.
Can you not say we stayed in the bungalow? We didn't split it.
No, we split it. Oh, and a Queen Andrew remote is what we need as well. All right, let's move on.
Am I picking up some kittens?
I think you get the kittens and the bottle of Jack Fire.
I can show my gnarly ass burn. Wait.
Can you?
The camera. That has no Band-Aid on it right now.
It's pretty gross. Yeah, it is kitten time, so if you want to hang out with us for like, I don't know, 3 minutes, by the time Carla Marie puts them all in a basket and brings them up here. We were on with Q13, who's it's like the local Fox affiliate here. And they had us on to talk about the kittens for the most part yesterday morning. And these kittens were running around this room. They all weigh about 2 to 2.5 pounds. It sounded like there was a WWE wrestling match, like a tag team match going on. That's how loud they were slamming each other against the walls and the floor and the bed. I didn't know things that small could make that much noise. Let's see. Oh, that's a good question. I will make sure that we ask that to Carla Marie because she is going to host a Rutgers thing. I forgot what day that is. But we'll ask. I think it should be open to everyone. Ooh, Scotty said Q13 is the only tolerable Fox station. Was it Fox 5 in New York, I guess, is what we grew up with? Kitten Fight Club. What else do we have here? I saw DJ FaZe was in the chat, so good morning, FaZe. FaZe, I think, was officially the last birthday message that I got last night. All right, here are all the kittens. They're going to jump out in a second. I got to move these games. We still have a lot to get to, by the way. Yeah. We'll just leave this basket of kittens.
Jake, can you not be at the bottom all the time?
So we have John, who we thought was a girl when...
Oh, yeah, we never said this.
When they came home. But so we called John Joan for a little bit, and then Carla Marie did some investigating and found out Joan was a boy, so now it's John again.
I wish there was a camera on me when I was holding him, and I was like, oh my God, John, you're a boy. You have a ween. Right?
And this is Ricky peeking her head out. Erica and Jake are still down there in the basket. We'll show that. Actually, I could just tip this over, I guess.
Erica.
That's Erica. And Jake is the little orange one in the middle that you'll sometimes see.
My little man.
So we'll leave actually, the kittens in the basket are pretty well behaved at the moment. So we'll just leave them in there. Yeah, so Joan is a John.
Yeah.
You want to explain that?
So John is, the shelter, not Motley Zoo, the original like shelter that got them all in, just got in 41 cats. And we're like, all right, this is boy, girl, especially when they're fluffy. It's hard to see sometimes. So when we picked them up, it said that they were all females except for Jake. And then it was literally like 4 days in, and when you were in LA, and I was holding him, and I was like, huh, that looks interesting, because cats, it's hard to tell. And I was like, wait a minute. So I start flipping them all over and comparing, and I was like, I think John's a boy. So.
Yeah, this is really cute with them in the basket. This is the most calm they've ever been.
I don't understand what's happening, but like they're making liars out of us, because when I tell you they discovered the door stopper that like bing. So yes, they were just sitting here. We're live on Q13 going bing.
Oh, we got a first-time chatter in here. Joan
JK.
Joan JK, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you.
Are you Captain Joan by any chance?
So, Cats of Seinfeld said the same thing happened with their cats. They thought Kramer was a boy. Turns out Kramer was a girl, and they just never changed the name.
Wow.
So, we have, let's see, I'm not a cat person, but they are stinking cute. I don't think, both Carla Marie and I weren't really what you would consider cat people. Carla Marie hated cats.
Hated them.
But then when you see a kitten, you're just like, this is the cutest thing in the entire world, especially
I'm a fan
with
of the fact that like
all of them in this basket.
I am a fan of the fact that like when I come home, my cats don't jump on me. Like dogs, they're not loud generally. Dogs have personalities too, but like I don't have to take them for a walk.
Tylene from Billings, Montana said, I have a girl named Frank for that same reason.
Oh my God. Big fan of that username though.
Very specific.
Oh, amazing. So Joan JK, she said, I'm not Captain Joan. I'm a 55-year-old mom, Elvis Duran fan. Used to hear you there, now here.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, Sarah Beth. It's her first time here too. Joan and Sarah Beth, where are you guys from?
I can't wait to get a call one day. And you can always call us, 201-305-0849. Nope. Yeah.
It's 0894.
Oh, yeah, 0894. Whatever. Either way, whatever our number is.
Cool.
New Jersey. I can't wait to get a first time, long time.
Someone said it in the chat the other day, actually. I think
first time, long time.
It was your brother making a joke on your birthday. Okay, so what are we getting to? You have things. I guess we'll save them here.
First thing I want to get to, and since we have animals on the screen right now in these 4 kittens, is the Netflix trailer that has been getting everybody in a tizzy.
Okay, it's on Netflix.
So it's on Netflix. Right now, only the trailer is available. I'm sure you can YouTube it. If you open up your Netflix app, you can also just type in the name Sexy Beast.
Okay.
And the whole idea is it's like a Bachelor-inspired dating show. So you have the one main person, you have the contestants. There aren't as many. I think there's only like 3.
Okay.
And you go on these little dates and you try to meet the person and find out who you want to match with. Except, here's the big difference, is they are all done up.
It's like prosthetics.
Like if you were like crazy movie style makeup to look like different animals and beasts and dragons and dolphins and all of that. So you don't actually see the person's face. You see more or less their body structure.
Yeah.
And then you go out on dates, but you spend the entire time as those animals. It's like being a furry, but like
it's
not.
Like, and it's got that same feeling, I think, as when you're watching The Circle and people are interacting, but they don't actually know what one another actually looks like.
Yeah.
For real. And then you get to watch them at the end meet one another. It seems like Netflix is giving you that same formula in that I can't wait till they actually see each other.
Yeah, like the masked. Yeah, actually, it's very much like the masked dater.
Yeah.
So the prosthetics aren't as big. Like it's really just a head.
It's like it's almost like a kind of like a mask, like a head to here, and then because we saw them kissing, so from here down is their mouth. But
it was definitely weird seeing like a lizard and a dolphin just start making out or whatever their characters were. But it is on Netflix.
Oh, Brittany said maybe it was on Hulu, but I heard Netflix is picking it up. It was a British show.
Oh, so maybe the American rights.
We always do that.
But maybe the American rights are being purchased by Netflix. Either way, the whole idea is basically, can you choose to date someone completely regardless of their looks at the end of the day? That's really like the social experiment here. And my answer is absolutely not. Absolutely not would I be able to be like, oh, out of these 3 people, I'm going to pick the dolphin who I want to spend more time with, not knowing what the dolphin actually looks like.
Right. I think that looks are a huge part. I mean, it's just, we've talked about this a ton on our show, that we both believe this forever, that you need to be attracted to the person that you're with. Doesn't mean that they need to be Brad Pitt, right? It doesn't mean that everyone needs to find them attractive. You need to find them attractive.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that that's the only thing you're judging the person on. But when people are like, oh, personality is the only thing that matters, it's like, no, you could just, personality is nice.
Yeah.
And you could be friends with a lot of people with really nice personalities. But at some point, you have to be physically attracted to that person with a nice personality. Because if you're not, then I just think your eyes are going to be wandering a little bit more than they probably should.
For sure.
And I think they're equally important. I wouldn't say personality is more important or looks are more important. I think they are the yin and yang of each other. Wow. I don't know why I struggled with that.
Okay.
So I would, even though it would be fun to be on that show and have like the prosthetics, and it's not as involved as The Bachelor where you're spending 6 weeks and then signing, all that stuff. So maybe I would still go on the show if the opportunity was there, just to like be like, hey, I dressed up as a orangutan.
It's a cool social experiment.
Yeah. But yeah, I just don't think that's how I would actually want to find someone.
But here's the thing also. Like I saw you saw like one of the main girls. They show you her like at the end when her makeup's off. She's hot.
Oh yeah, they do show quick clips of some of the contestants and stuff. And all of them were good looking. The guys were good looking. The woman was good looking. So I guess knowing that going into it, it's like, well, if everyone's going to be pretty good looking by the end of this, then maybe I'll give it a shot.
Gia said they should bring back Love is Blind over the show. I've never watched Love is Blind.
I don't even know what.
It's the same idea from what I understand, but I don't know.
But is it like the dating game where there's like a divider and you're asking questions?
I don't know. Someone tell us how it works. And I know that Joan said she's hearing other voices. She's new to Twitch. Help. So
other
you
voices.
may have another like a tab open somewhere, which is very well possible playing.
Oh, Jen has a good question. So everyone is masked. Do you know visually men from women?
It seems like each episode is its own thing. So it looks like there's a main host or like Bachelor. Right, let's say it's the Bachelor. It's a guy. Then there's going to be 3 women.
And it seems like it's all heterosexual matchups at the moment. I think. When does it air? Very soon, because the trailer is on Netflix, like in the app. I will give it a quick Google before we move on to the next.
Oh my God, they're so
topic.
Sweepy. They're so sweepy. They're so sweepy little babies. No one believes us that there's kittens in here.
Sexy Beasts, Netflix. I get like no service in this.
I can't believe they're so cozy in here. John?
So this is Joan/John.
No, John. He's such a good little
premieres
man.
July 1st, so we're about a month away.
Do you know when July 1st is?
Sorry.
Next Thursday.
July 21st is what I meant to say. We're about a month away. July 21st is when the show premieres on Netflix. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. Not July 1st. I can't read. July 21st.
Which, by the way, July 1st is in a week, and how insane is that?
Yeah. It is pretty crazy. Why are they like so calm right now? Is it because they're just liking the basket life?
I think they like the basket life. They were also sleepy when I went in there.
All right, why don't we grab the Blockbuster game?
Okay.
So, before we get into some Bachelor talk and some Britney Spears stuff, I wanted to play a game. Because I feel like we haven't done this in a while.
They were running around.
What was that?
Everyone's like, oh, it's too early for them. They were awake and screaming already today.
And that's Ricky. That's my favorite, honestly. Jake is also like awkwardly cute, but Ricky's my favorite.
If I were Ricky and Jake, I'd pull that audio.
They should. Oh, we only have this many cards. We only have 3 cards left, Carla Marie, in this entire game. And then maybe we could give the game away.
That's cool.
Because they do have a Blockbuster return pack, which is like the second if you run out of cards for this game. So I guess we'll just do 1 round each and then the tiebreaker. We'll go through all 3 cards and we will finish the Blockbuster game.
Woo-hoo!
So we only use the head-to-head version of the cards in this game. And what we're going to do is I'm going to flip a card and it might say something like movies with cats. Okay. We'll have 60 seconds to basically play like hot potato with that category. So
Hot Pocket.
I would say Homeward Bound, and Carla Marie would then say...
That was going to be my answer. Cats.
Exactly. And I would say Aristocats. And we'd go back and forth until the 60-second timer ran out, and the person who has not given an answer yet is the loser of that round.
This is Erica. She's a wild...
Erica's crazy.
Wild monster.
All right, you ready to put her back in the basket, Carla Marie?
Yeah, Jake squished at the bottom.
So because there are cats in the middle, you're going to have to press the purple button, Carla Marie?
Purple?
Yes, and it should give us enough time. I will read out the card. We cannot look at the screen, but you guys can play along at home.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Movies with Scarlett Johansson.
Avengers.
Shoot. We Bought a Zoo.
Is that her? Her. The movie Her.
Is that a movie?
Yeah, she's the voice.
Oh, shoot. Black Widow. It's her own movie.
I know.
Okay. Turn the music up a little bit.
Scarjo. Hey, Erica, do you know Scarjo?
Come on.
I don't know anymore.
I feel like for someone who's such a big actor, we should know more.
She doesn't really do much.
But she's like an A-list actress. Am I going to win this one by chance?
I shouldn't have said her.
You have 9 seconds.
We normally just... I don't know.
Bam.
She's in Home Alone 3. Oh, bless you.
And Nanny Diaries,
everyone's
Lucy.
saying you can't say Black Widow because it didn't come out yet.
But it's a movie.
But it didn't come out yet.
No one said it had to. It's a movie.
Oh, Nanny Diaries.
Right?
There goes Erica.
All right. Scarlett Johansson, I win that card. Next card, Carla Marie, you ready to press the button?
Yes. Just want to do one thing. This is baby Jake.
Oh, Erica just tried to reel him back in.
Little baby alien Jake.
Baby Jake is the cutest. Baby Jake looks fake.
He looks like a little alien.
The Lost in Translation is one of her movies. The Island, Sing, Nanny
Oh,
Diaries.
The Island.
Okay. Jojo Rabbit? Really? Carla Marie, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The topic is going to be movies in black and white.
Oh.
Casablanca.
A beautiful... Life is beautiful. A Beautiful Life.
I don't know. I'll just take it. Oh, Gone with the Wind. Has to be in black and white.
Wizard of Oz.
Yes. The first Dracula.
Frankenstein.
Shoot, I was going to go with that one too. Black and white, black and white. Charlie Chaplin Goes to Space. I don't know. What's a Charlie Chaplin movie? What did
I don't watch black and white movies. Because then I'll be...
Miracle on 34th Street.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, it is. I used to watch it all the time with my aunt. Come on.
Angel.
In the outfield.
Oh.
Bam. That's one for me.
Gone
as
with the
well.
Wind is in color.
Is it really? Was it like first in black and white and then they put it in like Technicolor? Look that up.
It's color.
Was it like real color or was it like sepia, you know?
You lose.
No, I don't.
Sorry. I was about to sneeze and then
Gone with the Wind. Are we sure it was in color? No, we did get it.
Oh, wait. So then I meant to say It's a Wonderful Life, not It's a
So then
Beautiful
you
Life.
lose.
So we both lose.
Okay, so then we'll have the last card. This is the last card that we have in this Blockbuster game. Carla Marie, you ready to hit the button?
Ooh, Shirley Temple. Yes. Oh, this is it?
This is the last
The
one.
end of an era.
Yeah. We bought this at the last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon, not knowing that it was available at the Target down the street. Here we go. You ready?
Okay.
Oh. Movies based on a true story. Jumanji. I'm kidding. Movies based on a true story. Blindside.
I was going to say that. Rudy?
Okay, that works. Cool Runnings.
Miracle.
Pre.
What?
The Prefontaine movie.
1917.
Okay. Saving Private Ryan? Well, yeah, Saving Private Ryan. A lot of sports movies. Sports and war.
What is that one with the bomb who made her kid think she's sick? I'm not thinking of another one. It's so hard not to look at the chat. Oh, Ricky Bobby.
Amityville Horror.
I'm kidding.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Amityville Horror.
No, I said that. You can't steal it from me. You lost that one. I am the final Blockbuster.
Titanic.
Titanic is a good one.
Goonies. Oh, Godfather.
What is Alive?
Pearl Harbor.
Freedom
Wolf of
Riders.
Wall Street.
A lot of really good ones in there. American Gangster would
Conjuring?
have been a good one. Well, a lot of those horror movies are like loosely based on things that people claim.
I cannot handle the fact that there are 4 kittens sleeping in a basket right now.
Yeah, you got to take a picture of all of them in there because it's pretty cute. All right, that is the first game of the day. We do have Family Feud coming up. Ooh, didn't mean to throw that in and scare the kittens. Y'all good?
Hey, babies.
I think everyone needs a view of the kittens again real quick since they are in there. People might be joining and be like, why is there a basket on the
bread.
table? The other thing we have to talk about is The Bachelor from Monday. We didn't get a chance to do it on Tuesday because we were celebrating my birthday. Didn't want to We couldn't let Katie take shine away from me.
No.
You know?
No.
But the big thing that happened on Katie's episode of The Bachelorette on Tuesday was she started the episode the producer started the episode with the rose ceremony. That's how it started. And if you remember from last week, there was a guy named Carl, who started a bunch of crap by basically going to Katie and saying, I don't want to give you any names, but there's more than one person here.
For the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons, which I'm going to get into that later on. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I think everyone's there for the wrong reasons at this point.
Right.
Or just not specifically to find love.
Correct. So
he says that, throws kind of the whole situation into a tizzy because he didn't have any facts or names to back it up.
Being a dude. He's a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
It was very annoying. Carl pissed off all of the other guys on the show, and they started kind of poking holes in his statement right away. They're like, well, who would you hear this from? He was like, no one. Yeah. Well, who do you know? Who do you think it is? Well, I don't want to give any names.
He was shadowboxing by himself.
And then towards the end, he was like, well, that person just needs to come out and say it on their own. And all the guys caught on. They're like, well, I thought you said there was more than one person. And now you're saying there's one person that has to come out and say it. And he kind of avoided that problem. He walked away on his own.
Did he just ruin it? Like, who's going to go see him as a motivational speaker now?
Probably no one.
So
unless you're just trying to motivate people to fight.
So apparently Katie planned on keeping him because she says that. And during the rose ceremony, Mike, and I hate singling him out like this, but this is what we know him as, Mike the Virgin. Mm-hmm. She gives him a rose, and he stops down and is like, hey, you just need to know that all of us here, like, Carl is not, like, he's wrong, like, he needs to go, blah, blah, whatever. And she's like, do all of you feel like that? And they're all like,
yeah, he says, I am speaking for all of us.
And she sends Carl home, and his exit is super bizarre.
Yeah. None of the guys, like, because normally when someone gets sent home, whether it's a group of guys or a group of girls, there's like friendships you've created.
Yeah.
So you hug the people that you've become friends with. You walk out. You go to the main contestant. What do you call them?
Host, lead.
The lead, and you usually do a hug and a goodbye. All the guys kind of formed a group without Carl.
It was sad
a little bit, but he deserved it. And then he kind of was stuck in this space between the guys, between Katie. And he just walked out. He didn't say goodbye to anybody.
And he like kind of walked out backwards. It was bizarre. So Carl's gone. So the first like group date this episode was with Nick Viall. He was former Bachelorette contestant turned Bachelor turned, I believe, Bachelor in Paradise. Like, doesn't have the best track record.
Well, it was weird because they did this like vulnerability circle with Nick, and I just don't feel like he was
the person
for that. Like, I don't think anyone looks at Nick Viall and is like, oh, this guy is a beacon of honesty and vulnerability.
This was Monday night's episode that we are referring to. So the whole point of
I'm not trying to say anything bad about Nick either.
No,
it was a weird place to put him.
So that whole thing was, if you have anything from your past that you're not proud of, say it now, which is so awkward to do with cameras around in a room with a bunch of guys sitting in like a chair.
Strangers for the record.
At that point.
Yeah.
Like, so they all say different things. It was super emotional, and it was not something you normally see on the show, and I thought it was great. And then Katie opens up and talks about a time when she didn't give consent.
Mm-hmm. It was a sexual assault moment.
From like 10 years ago, and how that changed her life and how she acted after that and so on. And I'm like crying watching like my friend on TV say this, because she says even my mom didn't know this, and obviously neither of us
we didn't.
So it was just crazy to see. It was. And the thing that stuck with me was all the guys while they were going around the circle. Who was it? Thomas. Oh, and this is one.
Thomas didn't really admit to anything. He admitted to maybe not coming on the show for the right reasons, or not coming on the show specifically. Maybe this is
who Carl was talking about.
It might have been specifically to find love in the beginning, but now he like has feelings. Everyone else kind of had stories about how they were a-holes, right? I cheated. I left my family. Right. I was a crazy drunk. It was all of this stuff that guys were doing to other people. And to their credit, that's kind of what they were asked to do. What's a moment you aren't proud of?
Right.
And the thing that I took away from it, and I tweeted this the other night, was that vulnerability circle was a microcosm of society. It was guys admitting to the people, admitting that they've hurt the women around them, and a woman talking about the fact that she was assaulted by a man. Like,
right.
It's just men have been very good at creating trauma for everyone around them, oftentimes including themselves.
Yeah.
But that's just what men have done for a while. And then what came out of that discussion was Thomas having to address the fact that he came on the show not specifically for Katie or not for love originally, but then told Katie that he was falling in love.
It was the most bizarre thing.
I think what he did...
No one else has told her that they were falling for her yet. And the guy who says he was there...
And I think what he did is he realized in that vulnerability circle that...
Thomas was
he
like
probably
a front runner
shouldn't...
for me, by the way.
He was a front runner? I think he still could be. I don't know. I think what Thomas did in that vulnerability circle was realize that he said something that may have gotten him kicked off the show if he didn't address it.
Yeah.
Or walk it back a little bit. So he took some time with Katie twice and decided to tell her that he was falling in love or in love with her or something along those lines. And I think everyone got the same vibe from Thomas was he seems to be very, very manipulative. Like the ultimate sales real estate type of person who's going to tell you exactly what you want to hear to get the answer that he needs from you and that thing from you.
I got the same vibe that episode too, which bugged me out because I really did like him.
Yeah, I'm a Thomas hater at this point.
So I'll tell you right now, I get those same vibes from Greg. I think the Edison thing is throwing me off.
I think if Greg might be a better actor, he seems more genuine than Thomas does.
Michael A is I love Michael A now.
Which one's Michael A?
The dad.
Oh yeah.
So then Michael A is a dad and he starts opening up and talking about how he's a single dad, so we don't know why until he tells us that he fell in love with his wife in like 2003 when they met in college, and they had been together for like 16 years. I think he's 36 now, and she died 2 years ago from breast cancer, and she was diagnosed like 7 months after having James, their kid, and it's just like a gut-wrenching story, and I'm like crying also watching this, like. And I was saying to Anthony, I'm like, dude, that would be like you being with a woman from college till now. And like, imagine that. Like, that is your entire life.
Yeah,
so,
it was emotional.
Yeah. So that's happening. And then you've got like this petty drama happening in the house and you're seeing like this guy's real life and like real life issues. And it's very interesting this season. But Michael A is one of my new faves. And I still love Trey.
Yeah, Trey and Michael A. I think Trey is still my favorite for Katie. I think Michael A is pretty cool. But the one thing I want to get to is how all the guys became like these valiant warriors for Katie when they found out and they used the soundbite basically of Thomas saying that he originally came on the show not for love, but just to see if he could build his platform or whatever. And all of the guys apparently like, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't come here for Katie.
Right.
You're a monster. It's like, listen. To assume or to say that you came on a show to meet a complete stranger that you saw on TV for a couple of weeks and claim that the only reason you went on that show was for that person's heart and to be their knight in shining armor or whatever bullshit you want to claim, that you fell in love with her on screen and now you have to come on to The Bachelor and win her heart. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. Agree. And I would even say...
Like, I don't think I would have gone on the show because we talked about, like, would you go on the show? Would you go on the show? And obviously, in our situation, we'd go on the show. And there's a chance that the contestant grew up listening to Elvis Duran. You know what I mean? Like, we have such a different situation going into the show where people would think automatically we were there for the wrong reasons because we are already in the public eye a bit. So I would go into it 100%. Just to get Instagram followers. And I've said that before. But
the other thing that we've learned, because we've said this before, we have 3 friends who have all been in the Bachelor franchise at different points. So you had Molly Mesnick, who we worked with at 106.1 Kiss FM. She went on because she walked to the mall that they were auditioning people at with her friend.
Was like, you better do it.
Yeah. And after her friend auditioned, the friend convinced Molly after having a couple of drinks to also audition. So Molly didn't go on that show thinking, I'm going to go find the love of my life.
And she did,
she did.
She did find the love of her life.
But What I'm trying to say is this has nothing to do with what the outcome is.
Right.
It's your intentions when you get in. When we talked to Taylor, we were talking about why she went on. And she said, listen, I was just at a point where I wanted to try something different. And I wanted to be vulnerable. And I wanted to open myself up. And that's exactly what she did. And she went on the show.
Listen,
and Katie was also...
We see the fame that comes with being on that show now. Yeah. So there's no one going on that show that's like, I don't want the fame at all, because then don't go on the show. And
with Katie's season... She was on Matt's season, and Matt wasn't a contestant on The Bachelor at all. So there was even less to know about Matt James. And she went on because, yes, she was looking to find a new relationship.
But she also was just a fan of the show.
And she was like, why not give it a try? She had been single for about a year from her last relationship and said, why not try? The world is shut down.
Right.
Because she auditioned during the pandemic. She wasn't going to meet people at a bar.
No.
So why not? But my point is as much as I dislike Thomas and the fact that he told Katie that he was falling in love basically just to stay on the show, in my opinion, I don't fault him for being honest and saying, no, I just came on the show because it seemed like a good thing to do.
Right.
No, I don't have a problem with that at all.
Neither.
Because if all of those guys are being honest with themselves.
It's tough. Like, he was trying to be honest, but it's just the way it came off.
I had no problem with him saying that. I even said to Carla Marie while we were watching, because you could tell that they were looking for that. The producers made it look way more dramatic. And he was like, I didn't come on the show for the right reasons, because they would zoom into different people's faces. I had no problem with that. My problem was when he tried to save himself from that statement by saying, I'm falling in love with you to Katie. Because you can't go from I don't care about who this person is to I am in love with you in like 3.5 days.
3
or even a week.
No, I don't think they were there a week at that point.
So that was the problem that I had with Thomas. But I am not jumping on the bandwagon of hating him for not being there for the right reasons.
Angela's point is, I don't think using the vulnerability circle to bring it up was the right space or time.
That's fair.
That's not what that was. Yeah.
That's 100% fair. But what he's getting crap for now, Thomas specifically, who, what is he, a real estate agent in San Diego or something?
No, they were, Grace, just a heads up, that from what I understand was like the first week of filming.
Because they had 2 rose ceremonies. So I don't know how long. Max, you're looking at 2 weeks.
Max.
Yeah. Thank you, Manicalo, for the subscription with Prime. Appreciate that very much.
So we were talking about Michael A.
Yeah.
And his wife, and the message came through the chat, and everyone was responding to Brittany. She said, I was with my husband for 11 years, and he passed away of colon cancer in 2020.
Oh, wow.
So last year. She said, that is awesome that Michael A. is trying to find love again. And a lot of people giving Brittany love. That is obviously gut-wrenching and hard
that's really tough to see, and I couldn't imagine being in that situation. And I don't want to bring up like all of the emotional stuff for Brittany either, as she's on this Twitch stream. But I guess my question to Brittany would be, could you see yourself doing what Michael A. is doing? Because that was the craziest thing for me, was like, this guy is still, and I think it was more than 2 years ago that his wife passed away, because I think the kid is 5 now.
Yeah, but she was diagnosed.
Right. Yeah. You're right. So maybe 2 years. You could tell, and this was the craziest thing, you could tell he still obviously is in love with his wife.
Why wouldn't you be? I think that's something you never aren't.
Yeah. And I wonder if he is emotionally, because he said a lot of really great things to Katie, which I thought were really sweet, but I wonder if he's emotionally fully available for a new relationship like that, a new really committed relationship.
So I think could be available way sooner than others, and some never.
But yeah, I think what he did say was great, though, was he's looking at this not as a way to like replace his wife, but to have the chance at falling in love like that twice in his life is like an amazing opportunity. That was like the craziest, sweetest thing I've ever heard.
I love him.
Are you about to cry?
I know.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the only person that knows that is the person themselves. And I guess we'll never know until we see if, who knows, maybe Katie and, is it Michael?
Michael A. He was doing an Instagram live last night. I was watching.
Oh, what did he do?
I only watched I watched like the replay of it, but I only watched like first 2 minutes. And he was like, I had to take a break from social media because of all the responses. It's just been very overwhelming, and I just love him.
Let's see. What else do we have in the chat? Very sweet for Katie to say it, for Michael to say that to Katie. Let's do, Oh, wow. That's really cool. I didn't know that. He got blessings from her family to go on the show. Oh. And I think that's because you also have to think about that other family. Obviously, he thinks about his son all the time. But he's allowed to make decisions for his own family. I don't know how I would bring that up to my wife's family. Because they're still part of your life at that point. It's not like you didn't have a fallout. There's no division. How do you bring that up? Like, hey, I'm going to start dating again. Is that a conversation? The Bachelor, I think, is a conversation you have to have ahead of time. Do you do that in your personal life too, off of the show?
I think you do.
Yeah, it seems like Michael A just handles everything.
The kid.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some people that are just shitty people. He's not a shitty person.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't ever. I'm sure at some point he's done something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know him. But you can tell that he's just an all-around good person.
Stop eating that, Ricky. That's enough.
They love doing that. And
yeah, it seems like he knows how to say all the right things.
And handle things properly, yeah.
Carla Marie, where is the other game? Family Feud?
Are we going to play the other game or are we going to talk Brittany?
We'll do both. Or you want to just talk Brittany? Let's do the game first because I don't want to go from heavy thing to heavy thing.
I really would just love kittens too.
Get it? Anyone?
I got to type up all the kitten information for the vet.
I think it's crazy that they've been chilling in that basket the whole time. You should show people the kittens. I feel like we needed an overhead cam and we didn't know about it.
They're going to fall out. Like they're laying in there like that. Like you can't even tell who's who.
Let's see. Brittany, but by the way, I just want to make sure we get her comment in there. Said, right now, I can't see myself loving, what is it?
Someone the same way, but the happiness / affection you miss without having that person there is very lonely. Yeah.
So there was wires in my way, so I couldn't read it.
I can totally understand that.
All right.
And you may not ever love someone the same way. Like, I feel like your love for every person you're with is always different.
Yeah, and I think Michael alluded to that too. It's like he's not looking to find the same type of love. Just find love again. Let's see. And I do think you can love multiple people in your life, like true love. I think you can find that multiple times in your life with different people. I think a lot of it is timing. Mm-hmm. Did things work out? Was there tragedy? Have you moved on properly? All of those things. But I don't think there's one person for everybody, like one specific person.
Okay, so I'm glad you said this right now. Why? I wanted to bring this up as a topic, but you said it, so now I have to do it. I had posted a picture to Instagram for your birthday, and there were a lot of people commenting like, soulmates, I knew it, like soulmates, blah, blah, whatever. And I was like, I don't know that Anthony and I have ever had this conversation, but do you believe in soulmates?
Does soulmates, if I say I believe in soulmates, does that mean I believe in one soulmate?
I'm not 100% sure either. Like,
I think there are people that you can connect with on a lot of different levels emotionally, and you could be perfect for one another. I just don't know if that means there's only one person.
Okay.
Because, like, let's say in this scenario, let's say Carla Marie and I are actually soulmates, like people are saying on Instagram. If I walked outside and got hit by a car tomorrow, does that mean you would never be happy again for the rest of your life? No. It means you'll find someone else who can do that. So I don't know if soulmates means there's one specific person for everyone, then I don't believe in it.
I think there are soulmates. I agree with you. I don't think there is one specific person for everyone. Like, the universe just put my one person grew up 20 minutes away from me. Like, that's the part that I have a hard time wrapping my head around, but maybe it is. And like, but then I also think of things like, I think if we just continued working for Elvis's show and didn't get our job out here and go through these life experiences together, I don't think we would have
probably not
been in a real relationship.
There were a lot of moments that we probably wouldn't have connected on through that. And we also would have had a lot of distractions. We would have had other people that were part of our support system. Because when we came out here, we had to really support each other through a lot, through family drama, through professional drama, through personal stuff. So I think had we been in New Jersey, we would have had other people to go to in times of need and maybe would not have connected.
So now what happens if we move back to New Jersey? We don't like each other anymore?
Yeah, I think we'll definitely be done. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I got a lot of options in New Jersey.
Yeah, good luck. All your former options are married, buddy.
It's not true. Let's see. But yeah, I think a lot of people are saying the same thing. well, there's different parts of this conversation. Some are you can have different types of soulmates, like a relationship soulmate, a friendship soulmate, a best friend, whatever. I'm saying that you can actually find that relationship soulmate in multiple people at different times in your life.
Yes.
And you're going to need different things in your life. And like I said, you might think you found that one person. You might have walked into a room one day, looked across the room, locked eyes, and thought, that's the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Similar to Michael A. Right? He said he saw her on campus freshman year. They locked eyes, fell in love, and he said, in that moment, that is going to be the woman for the rest of my life.
Yes.
And unfortunately for him, tragedy struck, and now he has to do that again. And that doesn't mean he's not going to find another soulmate.
Mm-hmm. It's true. You're 100% right.
I mean, because you also have to believe that you're going to find another soulmate. Otherwise, this guy's going to be miserable for the next 40 years of his life. Michael A. There's
just a lot of people ripping on you in the chat right now.
That's okay. I don't care.
No, I'm a fan of it.
I'm okay with
it. The Beaver Man said, did Anthony just describe Stockholm Syndrome? Like, we're trapped here, and that's why we actually like each other.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
Then Sonali said, all the Anthony girls are in New Jersey. Remember, he said every girl's an Anthony girl?
They're all over, for the record.
There you go. There was someone that said, wait, where'd it go?
Oh, God, they're wrestling in there now. It's mainly Erica's fault. What are you looking for, Carla Marie?
There was someone else making fun of you, and I lost it. Crazy Dream Girl said, after all, nope. Grace said, after all, Anthony was a D1 athlete.
I was.
So all those girls.
Yep. We're going to play the late night edition of Family Feud real quick. We're going to do 2 cards each. If we still need a tiebreaker, we'll do a 5th. Give you some kitten love real quick before we do that. Ow, you little fucking son of a bitch.
She's been biting. Okay, so here's
That's Erica, by the way.
So they like bite my hand, which I like don't generally let them do. But if like I go to pet them, sometimes they play and they bite my hand. And I'm like, okay, stop. Anthony.
I don't like it.
No, I can't get her. She's trying to bite me. And I'm like, what do you mean? Just pick her up. He's like, no.
No, when they hiss at me, I'm like, I'm not touching them.
I'm like, they're so tiny. They can't hurt you. It's the equivalent of me doing that.
No, you don't have daggers built into your hands.
She did get me, though.
Okay, Carla Marie, you've got the timer?
Yes.
Okay. You've got the timer. Is it up? Mm-hmm. I'll read you your first card, and then I'll hand you this stack. So this is Family Feud Late Night Edition. Name something that takes longer to do the older you get.
Wait, I need to do the timer for this?
Yeah. Let's see how many you can get in 60 seconds.
It's something to older you get it up, get it hard.
That's not on here. No.
What?
That's not on here.
No. Longer to do? Stand up off a couch?
That's also not on here. Well, get up and get out of bed is on there. I'll give you that one.
Okay. Something that takes longer to do the older you get. Work out?
That's run is on here. I'll give you that.
Grocery shop?
No.
Cook? Get pregnant?
Nope.
I mean, that's definitely true.
I don't think it takes longer. I think it just stops. That's different.
Can I go to the people?
Yeah, go for it.
Get dressed?
Get dressed is the number one answer.
Fall asleep.
That is not on here.
Put your shoes on.
Nope.
There's more?
Yeah.
Wow, getting all
There's like
sucked.
8 of these.
8?
7.
Remember things.
Oh, that is not on here.
Recover from a hangover. Brush your teeth.
Nope.
What are they?
Okay, so you had get dressed. You got that one.
Thank you, guys.
You had get up, get out of bed, get off the couch. And you had workout, so run. So you got 3 of the 7. It was from bottom to top, urinate with 3 survey responses.
What?
Run, clean the house, climb stairs, get up, get out of bed, walk, and get dressed.
Someone said stairs. I thought I said that.
I don't think you did. What?
But there was one. Urinate?
Urinate was on there. I don't know. Maybe it takes longer to come out. So you're going to grab one of these cards, Carla Marie. You're going to do the same thing for me.
Hold on, little buddy, man. It just looks so sad. Look at them. Look at them.
Erica's nuts.
Okay, it's okay, mister. You can stay with me.
They're literally all wrestling in there now. Here you go, Carla Marie.
Now you can't see Jake.
I'm just going to leave this.
Wait, you need to see. Did you see the top card?
I didn't know.
Okay. Ready, Anthony?
Yep.
Name a child game adults change the rules to when they play.
Tag?
Yes.
Adults change the rules too when they play. What do we make drinking games? Tag. Spin the bottle?
Yes.
Wow. Spin the bottle. How many are there?
5, 6, 7.
7. Poker. Maybe they play strip poker later. No? Don't hit the other buzzer. It takes too long. No, you can't really change the rules to chess. Tag I got. Spin the bottle I got. Truth or dare?
Yes.
Okay, that's in the chat. What else do we... Oh, God, there's a cat coming out.
Oh, God,
Truth or dare? Dodgeball?
no.
No. I said poker. Blackjack. I don't know. Shoots and ladders. Candyland.
Oh, I'll give you blackjack and poker. Sorry, because hide and seek is number 1.
Okay, so I got that one.
Cards.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize that.
So I got 4? How many did I get?
You got, all right, wait, Monopoly? You
Did
didn't
I
say
yell?
Monopoly. I'm just
No, it
reading
was
them.
on there too. You
Twister.
I didn't say that.
Tag.
I did say that.
Spin the bottle.
Yeah.
Truth or dare.
Wow.
So you just got 4.
Look at this guy popping up.
So you won.
I did.
Can anyone hear that?
I don't know if they can hear the screaming in there. Last thing we got to talk about is Britney Spears. John just smacked the microphone. All right, the gremlins are waking up. I don't even know what's happening here. They're literally attacking anything that's in front of them now.
This is why
Hey,
I
you.
removed the little one.
Hey, you. Okay, so we do have to talk about Britney Spears real quick. So, the Free Britney documentary came out a couple months ago at this point. And it was all about how her conservatorship is not really... It shouldn't be legal, basically, and it's not her choice. And she has adult men who are basically given sovereignty over her. That's not the right word to use. But given control over her, and they're manipulating her and not using that responsibility the way it's meant to be used.
Correct. I'm just gonna put them down here for now.
So yesterday, I guess this is moving to court because she's trying to end her conservatorship. And in her statements, she said some really shocking things. I don't even think the biggest Britney fans knew.
No.
Up until yesterday.
She talked about, I think this was in the documentary, how like she had to do her 2018, I think it was, tour. Otherwise, her own management could sue her. Mm-hmm. She talks about how they have her on lithium, which is a pill for, it wasn't depression. Someone correct me in there. That changes completely who she is. Mm-hmm. She says she can't sleep ever because she's just so panicked by all of this. And the worst thing was that they make her have an IUD.
She has an IUD that she can't get out.
So she can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
So she can't go to the doctor and be like, take out my IUD, because the doctor legally cannot take it out unless one of the adult men in Britney's life.
It's a minute detail that I don't even think really matters, but I'm more curious about it. She said she has an IUD in and they won't let her take it out. Did she ever say if they made her put it in?
I don't know.
Or did she put it in on her own and now she's ready to have kids again and they won't let her do that?
I'm not sure. Can we find that out?
And I guess that is an important detail, especially if they made her do it.
Either way, it's still awful.
Oh, either way, it's terrible no matter what. If she should be able to have autonomy over her own body and make her choices with how she wants to raise kids and if she wants to raise kids and things like that. The craziest thing to me... They
forced her to get it.
Oh, they did?
What Elaine just said.
That's insane. But the thing that I think we're all going to be like embarrassed of in maybe 30 years, if the things that she's saying are true and the things that the documentary shed light on are true, is we're watching like a terrible episode or a terrible season of American Horror Story,
like Black Mirror,
play out in real life with a real person.
Well, and that's why people are like actually trying to do something about it now. Like, think about it. If that documentary didn't come out, we truly would not have known much about. And
maybe people wouldn't have even given Britney the chance to voice her own opinions on the matter.
I mean, Justin Timberlake did a whole big, like, he tweeted a bunch yesterday and was
what did he tweet?
Saying how this is ridiculous. Like, we need, like, basically free Britney, but he like made a statement about it and was like, that's so unacceptable that this is how she's being treated.
Yeah, and I'm shocked, but I think she also said something in there, because a lot of what she's going through, like, no one can or hopefully should ever be able to necessarily live on their own. Like, I hope no one has to deal with what Brittany is dealing with from the conservatorship standpoint. But she said something like, I've been tricking everyone into thinking that I've been happy, and I'm not. And I think that's something that is way more common in society than any of the other stuff she's obviously going through, where we all are going through struggles, and we're all trying to trick people, especially with social media, into thinking that everything is great and everything is fantastic.
So Jen
she's done the best job of anyone.
Well, Jen said that Brittany said something about faking her happiness, which puts her Instagram posts and stories in perspective. It's true. Like, everyone's been watching that for years, going like, blink twice if you're okay.
Yeah.
Because you watch it and it's like, and I wonder if they're forcing her to put those posts up because.
Oh, the I'm doing great posts?
Yeah.
Maybe. They might be. Although, yeah, it's hard because it's such like this weird thing that no one really knows how to handle right now. And someone said it in the chat before. Let me see. Lisa said she's never been allowed to live on her own as an adult. She's almost a 40-year-old child. And I think for people who actually do care about Brittany and are not part of this conservatorship that's like using her as their cash cow, essentially, to make money off of, I wonder if there are people who are concerned that if she does get to make all the decisions on her own as an almost 40-year-old, she's not going to know what to do. And I'm not trying to say she should have a conservatorship at all.
No, but
I wonder if the people that really do care about her are concerned that she might not have the capacity at this point, because of the conservatorship, to fully live an adult life. And I hope that's not true. I hope she can. I hope that with, therapy and things that she'll probably need once the conservatorship ends, that she has a fantastic life moving forward.
Her boyfriend's not allowed to drive her anywhere?
She said that. She said in the statement yesterday, I think she actually said, I just want my fucking boyfriend to be able to drive me where I want to go. And I think the conservatorship has been trying to drive a wedge between the two of them. I think she'll have serious trust issues for the rest of her life, obviously. But yeah, and I do think we should give her a chance, and we should let her live her life on her own, and her family, outside of her father, maybe her sister, maybe the people that are fighting for her, need to take that responsibility of making sure that they're keeping her healthy and happy on her own terms. I think that's the biggest thing. Let's see. The saddest part of it is that it's her family. That's true. But like, what's her mom's involvement or her sister's involvement?
I don't know. And I was going to ask the same thing.
Because I don't know any of that. Let's see.
Neon Climber, she said, why isn't her boyfriend posting everything that's happening? Likely because he may not legally be allowed to.
Yeah.
Like, he may have signed something when...
Let's see.
Did you hear that?
I heard a growl down there. Oh, I got to take that tie away from Erica.
Hey, get it.
Hey, okay, I'm getting it. Relax. Fucking screaming.
I'm trying to get her to stop eating it.
She doesn't listen.
Erica was eating what is it?
It's a garbage tie. Carla Marie talks to the cats like they care or understand English.
I was yelling. I couldn't get out.
No. Let's see. He probably had to sign an NDA is what people are saying regarding the boyfriend. It's funny going from what we were talking about to chasing a cat to then coming back here. Let's see. Yeah, it's just I'm really interested to see how this plays out. And if anyone in the chat knows for sure, I feel like yesterday it wasn't even opening statements. It was like her plea to get a public trial for what they want. Because she said something about wanting the people who are responsible for her conservatorship to be present and answer the questions that everyone has.
Can they then be sued after this? Say
she wants the right to sue them as well. She wants the right to sue her management and her family. Let's see.
Yeah, Lucky's right. Who gets the control of Britney's conservatorship when her dad
I think there are lawyers who are part of it. Because I think they actually recently, according to the documentary, from what I remember, I think her father was taken off of the conservatorship.
Or part
I think it's like a trust, essentially, that owns everything. Let's see. Side note, empty the cup. Sure. I mean, we're going to be ending anyway in a second, so the cup's not going to get full again. But thank you.
Grab these nuggets for
Let's
one
see.
last.
In the statement, she is trying to appoint the conservatorship to someone else that she knows. Man. It is kind of crazy to see all this, and I think we're going to be obviously all following the story because of how crazy it is, because of how well-known Brittany is. Where are you going?
Oh, John.
What are you doing?
Putting them back to see.
So we will move on from that. He makes $1,600 a month as one of the conservators. That's crazy. $1,600? That might be like the base. He might get a percentage of like sales and things like that later on. All right, he was taken off the conservatorship of her person. Oh, but he still has part in her finances. Okay. Let's see. The audio wasn't supposed to be public, but I'm glad it leaked, so we got to know what's going on. What audio were we talking about?
Brittany.
That's all the quotes. Those quotes weren't supposed to be public?
Apparently.
That's interesting.
Can you grab someone?
I can grab this crazy one. Who's this, Erica?
Ricky just played something.
We are going to get out of here in a second. If you joined late and you want to catch up on this later on, it will be on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who has gifted subs, subscribed yourselves, followed along.
Appreciate
cheered with some bits. Appreciate you very much. We will have a My Day Friday up for you tomorrow. We're probably going to record that. Hey, crazy. We're probably going to record that today. And we'll see you back here on Monday.
Bye.
Peace out.